YouTube and the male mental health subreddit. I'm going to specifically talk to you guys since this is generally seen as a male phenomenon. But as we know, it is World Suicide Prevention Month. Sorry, these are dogs playing in the background if you hear any background noise. And tomorrow is the last day, but I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and thus I won't be able to make a video on this. Sorry, as I've spoken about before, I've had a relative take their own life. And this was a man. And he suffered from depression, he was abused by his mother and all of this. So he wasn't feeling too well mentally. And then it hit him, the midlife crisis. How do we know it's a midlife crisis? Because it showed all of the symptoms, the stereotypical symptoms. Sorry if the editing is bad, I'm pausing and moving my hand around. I know I shouldn't, but I'll get this YouTube thing down one day. I'm sorry for the lack of professionalism, I do apologize. Now, there was, my dad's nephew. He had a midlife crisis and depression. Now, you're already not feeling too well in your life. And now you have a existential crisis or midlife crisis. I don't know what the difference is between the two, by the way. They seem to be very similar in their symptoms. Questioning the meaning and value of your life. Have you achieved all of your goals? Are you satisfied with your life? He had all of this. And one day he just went and boom, shot himself in the head. And my family's still recovering from this loss, by the way. I say this because Mark Manson talks about this. The guy who wrote Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck and Everything is Lost, the book about hope. Or Everything's Fucked, the book about hope. He says people are now getting more and more quarter life crises. People at the age of 27, 28, 23, these ages are having another existential crisis in the form of, like I said, a quarter life crisis. Now we make jokes about all of this stuff, but there's nothing funny about psychological distress. I mean, Taylor Tomlinson made a whole stand-up special on the quarter life crisis. Really, is that psychological distress really funny? And we always portray this in media as a sitcom trope. But I've never seen a drama TV show, and this is getting into the media aspect of this, of a midlife crisis. It's always some sort of comedic relief. But it's not fun when you're going through it. It isn't. So why are we playing it off as a joke? Like I said, this is my hopefully last video on World Suicide Prevention Month. I've been talking about this topic because of my family's thing about it, and yeah, that's it. I think, no, that's not it. I think we need better coping mechanisms for these periods in your life. How does a 23-year-old cope with an existential crisis versus a 50-year-old? I know because there was a Psychology Today article talking about how existential crises are happening at younger and younger ages. And Mark Manson also talks about this, like I said in an interview. It was with Jordan Peterson, by the way. But this stuff is happening. This is just one variable I personally think can be attributed to it. Obviously, people talk about social media and financial stress and stuff like that. But this is also something that needs to be looked at. And not in a comedic way. Like I said, we need to seriously look at this problem. Thank you.